What's up, everybody, and welcome to another reading with the Crown Priestess. This is just going to be another collective message. I've been called to give out a lot of collective stuff lately. I even did a TikTok video earlier, which I haven't been on TikTok in a while. I usually use that specifically to cater to my messages and conversations with Santa Muerte. Like, as a devotee of her, I kind of use that outlet for that. But I hadn't been on in a while, and so I felt compelled to go on there and throw one up because she had like a really specific message for her devotees. So you could check that out if you give a shit. If not, it's okay, it's fine. You can just do the YouTube thing. But yeah, Spirit has called me to give another collective message. So we're gonna see what's up, see what's going on. Some of you, I think, some of you are having some hardships with your finances at this time, okay? I don't know, your specific situation, but I do feel like money can be rather uneasy at this time. You can have a lot of things due. Maybe some of you are sacrificing some bills because others take, priority, and you could be falling behind a little, and maybe you're a little nervous about that, but I'm hearing it'll be okay. It's temporary. It's like the dust will settle, It's something about, it's not when the dust settles, right? It's like, it's not maybe as big as you think it is, or it won't be as long, because I know bitch, I live in New York City, okay? And it don't matter that I live in the Bronx. Like, shit costs money. It really don't fucking matter. Like, New York is out of control. Like, I don't know how people live here. I don't know how I live here. I don't know. Like, I feel like this city is for, okay, the really rich and famous, like that wealthy 1%, because they are seriously outrageous about every fucking thing here. Like, rent. Even if you own, you know what it is to buy a house in New York City? And you don't get half the fucking space, or acres of land that you would get anywhere else. And New York City is really outrageous, bro. Like, it's insane. So some of you could be New Yorkers, or you can just live in a place that's considered a high-cost city, like LA, Seattle, Vegas. Some of you are abroad, like Hong Kong, Japan, London, just places where it costs fucking money, okay? And you can be in a tight spot right now, because that's middle class America for you. Like, they think you make a lot of money, but you don't qualify for anything, and so you got the kids, you got the car, you got the mortgage, you got your kid graduating, proms and shit like that. The other one's moving out, the other one's getting married, the other one, is going to starting some fucking school, they're starting college. It's just a lot. Like, it's really a lot, okay? Like, by the time you're done with all that shit, you barely have money to go to a fucking movie, like, by yourself. So I feel you. Somebody's definitely going through that at this time. I'm channeling a lot of financial constraints, but I do feel like it's all gonna work out. Just keep going, keep a positive mindset, go with the flow. You'll make it work. It'll work out. Yeah, see that? And it's now. I like that the summer. I like that the growth and the summer card came out. Nurture and compassion. This was interesting because it was like, and you see, there's shadow side. It was interesting because in my Santa Muerte, there goes fulfillment of wishes at the bottom. I'm telling you, it's going to be okay. And the Santa Muerte message that I gave on TikTok, it spoke to that, like giving yourself a little more grace, So maybe it's just a rolling theme for people. You got to give to what needs, water the flowers that need the most attention right now. Is something of that nature, right? Like, let's say there's a drought and you have a garden, which my last collective message spoke to a garden, but you're in a drought, it hasn't rained, it hasn't done anything, and your city has issued a limited water supply or some crazy shit like that, and so you can't really just use water crazy. You have to use it sparingly. There's not enough to drink, there's not enough to bathe, there's not enough to whatever. So you have to like prioritize what flowers need it most, like what can live without, what can go without, right? It's like I don't know, I'm getting weird ass analogies now, but it's like a horse and a camel on a desert, right? If I only had one bucket of water, but I needed both these animals to make it to where I'm going, the horse is probably going to get the first feed. And it's not to neglect the camel, but the camel can survive in the conditions much longer than the horse can. The camel can store water in his body for several days and use that water supply to not dehydrate, versus a horse going down a desert for several days without water. He's probably going to die. He's probably going to faint. He's not going to make it. So there's something like that going on right now where you're having to just prioritize, what's the most important thing, what cannot go without, and what can sort of wait till later, or take a cut. I wanted to say pay cut, like, so that could be a thing. There could be some sort of pay cut or something like that. If you own your own business, if you have people that work for you, maybe you're giving yourself the pay cut so that you're not dipping into, the people who work for you, right? Like, when I know if I owned a business that catered to like others, right, that other people had to work for me, where I had employees, I wouldn't want to cut their pay. Like, if I had to cut something or take a little loss somewhere, I would do it to myself first, right? And that's just smart business. It's like even in big corporations, when they got to start getting the books tight, and when they realize that they're in the red about a lot of things and they need to economize and they need to make some change, they start at the top. It's unfortunate because some people have been in these positions for years, but they get paid a lot more money than like my little associates in the store. So I got to get rid of some big people. Some big people, I got to retire them. I got to lay them off, whatever, give them early pensions, etc., because my business is suffering, but I don't want the little people to suffer. So there's something to that effect going on right now with the collective. Okay, let's see what else this is about. But it's like, don't beat yourself up about it, is basically what Spirit is saying here. Like, sometimes we just have to move through the shadows. We have to live in the dark. We have to do things that we don't really want to do. We have to do things that we don't really like, but it's temporary. It never lasts. Like, the sun will shine again, right? The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar. Annie was on, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was an orphan, and she just had a positive outlook on life. Like, granted, she had a hard knock life and all that shit, but she still looked forward to brighter days. She still had hope, and she understood that one day things were going to be better, and they were. She got right with her little rich family, period. A whole stall. You know what I'm trying to say? So that could be somebody's story. You could be giving little orphan Annie, don't drink your sorrows. Exactly. Justice is coming to you, all right? You just have to be patient. See that Temperance? But with the Nine of Cups in reverse and the Temperance, I feel like somebody needs to lay off the booze. Somebody's drinking a little too much, or you're just overindulging in something because you're depressed. But justice is coming to you, okay? This is not a bad thing. You can still work towards your goals, work towards your dreams and stuff, all right? Some of you, you've been really determined to make it somewhere, to make it towards something, all right? Like, some of you can be a Libra, Aries. Those are twins. I just thought that was funny because Libra and Aries are literally the zodiac twins. So definitely that can be of some significance. Some of you have twin children, or you are a twin, or have twin parents, I'm hearing. My grandparents were twins, both of them on my father's side. Isn't that crazy? That's why I swore to everything when I got pregnant that I was going to have twins. But God knew that I only needed one of that little child over there. He's like 4 and 1. So with 2, forget it. I wouldn't have made it. But some of you can have twins, or twins run in your family line. My father's parents, both his father and his mother were twins. And no one has had twins. My mother didn't have twins. My father doesn't have twins. And so I was so sure it was going to land with me. And maybe if I get pregnant again, that will happen. But I ain't even trying to curse myself like that, okay? That's on God's good humor right there. But moving forward, There's something that, yeah, you're very determined to push yourself towards, but there's been some letdown, right? There's been some disappointment. Maybe you fell into a little bit of a depression, right? Because I'm telling you, somebody's drinking down. Don't let it, you know, don't let it kill you. Don't let it, don't give yourself some fucking grace. It happens, all right? It happens. Life is going to life. You have to go through the ups and downs. You have to, okay? Or you will not, you can't appreciate up if you ain't never been down. You can't appreciate down if you ain't never been up. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's kind of that, like, it's something of that nature where, you were really striving, you were really motivated, and you were determined, like, yes, I'm going to do this. I got it. And everything was going well. And then, ooh, detour, but it was really divine protection. It might have not been the right time. There might have been something that you had to learn or look at a little closer, okay, that you had to study just a little bit more. You might have thought that you had all the answers, that you knew what you were doing, but you didn't. And that's how you ended up kind of, falling back down or taking this setback. But I do feel like the Spirit is encouraging you to find your devotion again, find what makes you, because whatever it is, I feel like for a lot of you, it was something that made you really happy, something that you were really passionate about, and like something dimmed that flame, something like put your fire out, and it really put you in a space where you felt defeated, but you haven't been defeated. You know what I mean? Like, you down, but you're not out. It's like there's still rounds to go. You might have lost the first 4 or 5 rounds, and maybe you feel like, well, damn, there's no way I'm going to win this fucking match. But it's all in here, like it's mind over matter, and the fire is in here. You got to have that heart, right? It's given Eye of the Tiger. I heard that song the other day, and now I'm getting it again and I'm getting the Rocky movie, right? Rocky Balboa. Hello. The Italian stallion. My boy was the ill underdog. He was not, he was a nobody. If you watch these movies are fantastic for this. Creed is fantastic for this, which was like the spin, 1,000 years later off that. He was Apollo Creed's son. Like, it's given underdog, but you feel defeated, but you are not. You're going to come back bigger. You're going to come back better. And you're really going to be like, the champ is here. The champ is here. It's given that, okay? So that's very motivating. Yeah, it's healing. It's healing, okay? Some of you, this is a relationship. Twin flames with the healing inner child, which makes sense with the shadow side that came up earlier. Something really just knocked you off your horse. It knocked you off the horse, okay? Whether this was a high horse or just a pony, because some people do need to be knocked down because of their arrogance, because of their selfishness and things like that. But that's not the only people that karma happens to. You don't have to be a bad person to experience bad karma, and I don't want to say it like that, but sometimes, and I've said this before in the past, sometimes the lesson is that you're being too humble, you're being too nice, you're being too doormat, and people are walking all over you, and so they gotta poke the bear a little bit to get you gangster, to get you like, you know what, fuck out of here. I'm tired of people talking to me like this. I'm tired of people acting like this. You gotta get like that sometimes, you know what I mean? So something knocked you off your horse. You were in a comfortable space. You don't feel very comfortable anymore. But I'm here to tell you that all is not lost, all right? That is the message here, very clear. All is not lost. It doesn't matter what it was, whether it was a job situation, a money situation, a home situation, a love situation, whatever. All right, it's okay. It's okay. And I feel like an offer is coming to you, but this is you. Sad boots, looking down. You don't want to look up. Look up. You know what I mean? This guy, he's pouring out his own fucking cup. He's drained. But he's doing this because he got his fucking head down. If you pick your fucking head up, you will see that your glass is still half full. Somebody stop fucking drinking, all right? Because the drinking messages are real right now. They keep coming in. Somebody, it's so funny because guess what this is? A little drinky drink. But this ain't my business and this ain't my reading. Because if it was, I'd be like, you know what? Let me put that away. But I've actually been really good despite the summer months. But no, seriously, somebody got to chill the fuck out with the indulgence, all right? Some of you are just overindulgent. It doesn't have to be drinking. Um, it can be, drugs. It can be sex. It can be whatever. Something that you just given entirely too much of your energy to, except that it's not giving you anything back, right? That's why things become toxic. Things become abuse. Things become unhealthy attachments, because we get so invested in it and we're giving and giving and giving so much of our energy into something, and it's not. I was about to cry. Like, you see that gave, like, somebody's sad, okay? Like, it's not giving you anything back but depression and sadness and loneliness and self-pity and just self-loathing and just and somebody, I feel here, you've allowed this to push you very close to the edge. Do not jump, okay? Please don't. I swear to you, I've been there. I know it. Please. Do not. Don't do it. Call somebody, fall back, hit your fucking head so that you could snap out of it. Life is so much more important. You're not done. You don't have to be done, Suicide is a very serious thing. I am not a doctor, but please get help. I am a spiritual advisor, and I'm telling you to seek whatever you need to seek. Seek a doctor, seek a friend, seek a fucking a spiritual advisor, seek God, seek whoever you need to talk to. Please, okay? It's not a thing. It's not something that God wants you to do. Death, and I'm a worshiper of the holy death. It's not our choice. It's not ours. That's one of those things that is divine only. It is out of our control. We do not get to control that. Do not do it, okay? Because it's not going to save you. It's not going to solve anything. You're only going to go into another world with a deeper hell. I promise you, you're going to be struggling more on that side. And I know that some people feel like this is the answer. I have been there. I'm telling you, do not do it. Don't do it, please. There's so much more on this side for you. You don't need to rush the process. It's coming for all of us at some point. You don't need to do it. It doesn't need to be by your hands. I'm begging you. Please get help, okay? Please, because somebody is like drinking themselves to death, drugging themselves to death, just living ruthless and reckless, and you need to stop. This is your sign to stop that shit. Immediately so. High Priestess. What else? Yeah. That's what a lot of whatever this indulgence or this sad, self-pity, this depression, whatever you're in, it's blocking your intuition really badly. You feel very heavy. You're making it worse. I know some people think that when they drink, when they smoke, when they do whatever, that it's helping them. But in all actuality, all it is numbing you temporarily. It's not solving anything. If you're drinking solely to stop pain or solve your problems, you're only making things worse. You're weakening your vessel. You're weakening your mind. You're weakening your heart space. You're weakening everything. Okay? And it's making it very difficult for you to block out negativity. That shit is like a magnet for negative shit. So please do your shit responsibly. I'm not telling you what to do, because you're a fucking grown up, you're an individual, and you can do what you want. But I'm telling you, the consequences, it's not worth it. It's really not worth it in the end, all right? What else do you have for these people in closing? I'm finna go because this energy is starting to feel really heavy. Face yourself. Stop lying to yourself and deal with your heartbreak. Period. Okay? Like, your biggest enemy is you. It's not nobody else. Nobody's going against you. This is not, somebody's throwing bad juju, pa, pa, pa. No, you have become your worst enemy. You have become the person that is most detrimental to yourself. All right? And now, yeah, you could see that people are treating you bad or that life just keeps hitting you blow after blow. But it's because your frequency, you are diminishing your frequency, and you need to pick that back up. All right? A lot of you are lying to yourself. Lying to self. You see this? Who's that? It's self. Self. You had the healing card before, but look. Look at this, because these came out, but I didn't show you all the cards. Shadow side, closed off healing. You're blocking yourself from doing what you need to do. This woman is holding a mirror. That's her inner child. That's her smaller child. You need to turn that mirror around and look at self. She's seeking God for that wisdom, and you can do that as well. But you need to take a hard look in the mirror, because whoever I'm talking to, you've been really, the only person you're fooling is you, about whatever this is. And there's a lot of, with the self-pity shit, it's like victimhood. It's like you're victimizing yourself, and woe is me, and woe is me, and woe is me. And the reality is that you need to check yourself. Yes, some people can hurt you. Things can happen around you. Life is going to life. Again, we have to go through those trials and those tribulations. But where's your accountability? Where's your peace? Where do you stop and say, you know what? Enough of this. I need to grow. I need to get past this. I'm above this shit. This shit is behind me now. I don't got to look back at that. You have to take accountability. And as I'm saying that, my beautiful yes card at the bottom, she was staring right in my face. All right? It's absolute. It's absolute. Let it go. Walk away from whatever this fucking detriment, this depression, these negative energies. You're like, if you continue whatever it is you're doing, to whoever I'm talking to that's indulging in stuff, if you continue to do that, you're only going to continue to attract low frequency shit. It's like, I don't know. It's like you think that you're going somewhere or you're healing something, but it's like you're really going in a wheel, like in a hamster wheel. It's like there's really no progression. It looks like you're progressing, but you're not. You're just like going in the same fucking 360. The wheel isn't moving. It's not progressive. It's not building momentum. It's going and it's in the same spot. It's stuck in the same spot. All right. Let's get you a star seed. See if we got something, a little light to close on. All right. Some of you, music is very healing for you. You need to listen to the right kind of music. Put down the heavy metal. Put down the depressive cortavena, bachata, the love songs and all that. Listen to something motivational, something cheery, something else, Put down the fucking drill music, like, enough. Because it's not good for you. Yeah, look at that. All paths lead home. You're down, but you're not out. It's like I said, this is temporary. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. That's not accountability. Again, look at yourself. Look at yourself. Forget about what life is doing to you or how it's going. It's happening for a reason. All paths lead home, okay? Thank y'all for watching. Love, light, and abundance.